What are some messages regarding your soul family that's coming in now? Hi, beautiful soul. Thank you for joining me, Mystic Miya, here on Mostly in the Moment for a beautiful manifestation reading. I was going to start with a prompt of how to call in your soul tribe, but as I was getting ready for this reading, by the way, Spirit picked everything for this reading. They picked the crystals, which was nice because it's this blue and orange kind of vibe. And they picked the questions that I'm going to be saying in the readings and even how many cards to pull, how many piles. So this is a fully spirit-led reading from beginning to end. So while I was getting ready for the reading, I had the prompt in mind of how do you call in your soul tribe. And after I fleshed out the reading with Spirit, I was like, oh, there aren't any actions that the viewer should take in order to help call in their soul tribe more. And they were like, that's already set. They're already calling them in. They're already manifesting their soul family into their physical life. I'm like, oh, all the viewers? Yeah, it's not complicated. You just say that I would like to call in my soul family. Maybe ask for the guidance of your higher self or spirit team, spirit itself, source energy, whatever you're comfortable with, and just ask for your soul family to come in a very beautiful, divine, easy way that you would wish, want, choose, and prefer. And that's the highest and best good for all involved, right? So anyone that watches this reading, basically, you're already calling in your soul family. They said you've been calling them in from the get-go, but just saying it from your lips to God's ears that's just like the cherry on top. That's the icing on top. You've already been calling them in, but that just kind of finalizes it, or just, you already had the draft, and that just sends it to the universe. So a lot of you have already been manifesting your soul family, or more of your soul family to come in, or more resonant soul family. And they're already manifesting. They're already about to pop into your life, or have started to, or you've already met some of them, or you're meeting up with some of them again. So yeah, this reading is just more information all about your soul family coming in right now. So I'm excited for you to hear the messages. I hope you enjoy it, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile one. With the Kyanite, we're looking at all about your soul family coming in. So let's get started. We're going to see what's coming in and going out for you physically. Okay. Practicality. Throwing practicality out the window. This is the Queen of Pentacles. I see. So I feel like you've been kind of juggling too many responsibilities, especially for how intuitive you are. I feel like it's been kind of a struggle kind of keeping on top of everything, even though you're really good at keeping on top of a lot of things, having a lot of focuses, a lot of projects going on at once. It just seemed like things always piled up for you. And it's just kind of like you might have wished that you had a lot of assistance, maybe more children to help, or a partner to help, or more friends to help, or just people that can just help you with the practical side of life, the things that need to get done, change the oil in your car, or grab those groceries, or take care of those emails. It's it feels like for the amount of creative and intuitive powers you have, it's kind of difficult to keep on top of how much stuff you got going on. It pulls away from your creative and intuitive side to have to keep always managing your practical responsibilities. drive and power. Yeah, see, I literally said, I'm like, for the amount of, it's so funny when I was thinking creative and intuitive, like I had a different word in mind, but it cut out and put in power. So it's kind of like, yeah, you have incredible amount of divine power, which allows you to channel a lot of creativity and intuition, to help people, to share your visionary ideas and, creative problem solving. You have a lot of potential with the amount that you're connected to the divine. But you keep getting pulled back by all these little trivial things in life that you have to keep on top of. And it's not like you can't keep on top of it or you mind keeping on top of it. In fact, you might even like some of that. But it just keeps piling up and it pulls you away from unleashing your creative, intuitive powers to its full potential. So I'm getting that's what's coming in for you, is you being able to focus more on just your creative side or your intuitive side or your divine gifts, way more than the practical side of life. Okay, so what's going out for you? What's going out? Strength card in reverse and water sign. Okay. And it feels like with the water sign, I'm getting like you had a very strong emotional side. You feel deeper. When things happen around the world, it affects you deeper. You think about it throughout the day more. If someone's having trouble in your family or in your friend circle or someone you know at work, like it troubles you, let alone like a natural disaster or some catastrophic event like that, like it affects you deeper because you're a deeper soul. You feel deeper, you connect deeper, and that all kind of comes, like all goes with it. Like if you're more deeply connected to your spiritual side, your soul, to source energy, you're also going to feel things deeper. You're emotionally more deeper. Things are going to affect you, like negative things are going to affect you deeper. You get to build your stamina against those things. You're going to be more creative. You're going to be more intuitive, and you're going to want to help people with those things more, like, or put those ideas out there or help solve problems. Like that just comes with being more divinely connected. And so it feels like the practical things in life are weighing you down. And then like the fact that you felt deeper was dragging you down, only in the sense that like there weren't people around you to kind of share that burden, that emotional burden, and that's the point of your soul family coming in, is to lessen the burdens of physical life, and also help lessen the burden of difficult negative emotions, which a lot of people around you may have not been able to share with you because they didn't understand, and they also don't feel that deep, and also they can't handle it. So that's what's coming in and going out for you, pile one, and something you probably really felt like you needed. All right, so let's look into what your new emotional norm is going to be and what emotional cycles are going to end. And then at the end, we'll look at what wish is being granted for you. So what is your new emotional norm? No more conflict. Okay, so I'm getting conflict of ideas because I feel like maybe you had a lot of ideas, but you couldn't implement them because you had too many like little things you needed to take care of in your life. Also, you might have not had the right people to be able to play off of with these ideas, brainstorm with. Friendship, yeah. So I do feel like pile one, you really at your soul were hoping, wishing, praying for some soul family to come in. It feels like with picking the number one here, you might have been solo for a lot of your life. Even if you had a lot of people around you, it felt like they couldn't help you in the way that you needed help, love, and support. So you had to handle a lot of things on your own, and I'm getting you're very high functioning. So you can handle a lot of things, but like even for you, little things can add up and bring you down, and also not having the right people to be able to mitigate negative emotional impacts of things, as well as being able to even understand where you're coming from that depth. Didn't allow you to free up your creative side, even not having friends to bounce a lot of ideas off of, or not being able to take action on a lot of ideas that you had because you had a lot of things get in the way. This soul family is going to definitely alleviate a lot of those things that were kind of holding you back, that you might have just gotten used to, but you can definitely feel like sluggish because your mind is connected to divine and has all these ideas, and a lot of those ideas are really, really good, whether they're little or big, or just something that you want to implement in your home, or something you want to do as like a big project for your community or something. They're all really good ideas. It just felt like you might have felt like slow and sluggish because you couldn't take action on a lot of these ideas. Whereas if you had some of these things alleviated, the heavy emotional negative impacts of things, and also little physical responsibilities, you would have been more free to take action on these ideas, even if you had friends who couldn't kind of like support you and be like, yeah, that's a good idea, or like, oh, how about if you do this that way though, or like, yeah, I have time tomorrow, I can do that with you. So all these kind of things are kind of like little things that add up that held you back or can push you forward, propel you forward. So now you're going to see that your soul family is going to propel you forward. What emotional cycles are you ending? Girl with snake, charmed or used, enable, boundaries. Not enough. Frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage. Yeah, jealousy. Yeah. So first of all, I do feel like you're very charming. Your ideas are very creative. People were jealous. People were jealous of the ideas that you had, of your creativity, how connected you are to the divine. And they weren't willing to help. Like, oh, well, they're so charming, they got this bubbly personality, or they're very creative, or they have this gift of gab, or they're able to think of solutions to problems. Like, they don't need my help. Why should I help them? I should help myself. It's their fault that they're not further ahead in life, that they're wasting their potential just because they can't keep on top of their practicality. Or what if, like, who, like, they might not see like the impact like they have, pile one has friends, like why can't they lean on them instead of me helping them out? Or like they should be helping me. Or you were around friends that were kind of not pushing you in the right direction, they kept holding you back. Or you should focus on these things, these practical matters. Or you think too much about relationships, you overanalyze. There's people felt like they were making you feel like you were not enough. It wasn't ever you, it was your support team. And there's only so much you can do yourself. You're meant to have a community, you're supposed to have a village. You're not supposed to be piled on with so many small practical responsibilities. You're not supposed to take on the chaos and depression of the world by yourself. Like, you're meant to be around other people, and the right people, because the wrong people will push you in the wrong direction and make you feel not enough, and enable some bad habits, or force you to put up boundaries with them. These are all things you probably already understand, and you probably have already seen these things start to change in your life, with more of these things coming in, more of these things leaving. Yeah, but I feel like if you ever felt like you were being used by other people, or people kept asking you for help when it's like you that needed help, but they're like, why do you need help? You're doing fine. You obviously seem like you're more than capable. In some ways you're more talented than me. Like, why should I help you? You should help me more. Or you got everything going for you, it's your own fault if you're not like successful. Or you're focusing on the wrong things. You should be focusing on more practical things, like your head's too much in the clouds, or you overthink too much in relationships. you're always thinking about these crazy ideas, you know, but you don't take action on them, or you make up excuses, or you never follow through or something like that. These are the kinds of energies I feel like this pile would hear a lot. Those are the things that are changing out. So let's see, what is a wish granted coming in for you? 3 of Clouds, which is the 3 of Cups. Your cup overfilleth. The 3 of Cups. And the 3 of Cups denotes also my friendship card. It's my friendship card. So you're going to have a lot of new friends coming in. I feel like the soul family that's coming in for you is really, really good, tight-knit group of friends. Whether you already have one, or you're part of a few, or you've had them in the past, or you feel like you're not resonating with your current friends anymore, or they kind of broke apart, you haven't, you know, whatever your situation is, the soul family coming in for you are going to be a really tight-knit group of friends. And all of you are going to fill each other's cups so much, you're going to see how much you were being restrained in your past. It's all for a reason. It made you that strong, you know. But, you know, you were a little bit, you do feel deeper, and you are more creative, and it comes with a lot of other issues that energy sensitive folks know. But, you know, here we are with the 3 of Cups. You and your friend groups are going to fill each other's cups so much, it's going to be saturated, overfilled. You're going to be able to fly with your ideas, with how unburdened you feel. You're going to be able to take action on almost every idea that you have. Blue Dragon from the Pleiadians prepares you to accept source healing. Accept a heart activation. Give and receive heart healing. So I feel like you're going to feel a lot of things happen around your heart chakra. And that's because you're going through a massive healing. So all the energies that you felt that, you know, you didn't have enough love and support, you didn't have all the things that you needed emotionally and physically in order to take more action on your divine ideas, that's going to be all healed. So that cycle is over majorly for you. And this new cycle coming in is going to be so loving. Like, you're going to feel so much love from this friend group. It's going to allow you to do so many creative things. So expect a lot of healing right now. I'm getting like bubbles and burping. That's usually like, there's a lot of things like coughing clears your throat chakra, right? There's like crying is another form of clearing and stuff like that. So like with the heart chakra, and the sacral chakra, yeah, it's like burping. So having a lot of bubbly drinks and stuff like that is what I got an image of. Being in water, going, maybe you went into the ocean, or maybe you've hung out in the pool, or maybe you've gone swimming a lot recently, or you will, taking a lot of baths. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of changes around the heart chakra, and you're gonna feel it physically in your body, but you're gonna, that's spirit getting you prepared for this immense amount of love from this friend group coming in. These are new people. I'm hearing for you, Pile 1. These are specifically new folks coming in for you. Very, very tight-knit group of people. It's a group, so there's several people in there. More for some, less for others, but it's definitely a good group. Very tight-knit. So yeah, Pile 1, that's a little bit about what's coming in for you. Wish granted. I'm going to pull one extra card. Cup, you should accept valid criticism. Okay, so the teacup is also a sign of friendship. And I'm getting this like image of, you know, having tea when it's raining, sharing like some deep things that are going on, deep ideas, but also just deep emotions that you want to clear out. I'm getting like that's something that you never got to have or didn't really get to have much of. Like people felt uncomfortable when you spoke about deep things, whether it's your deep emotions or deep experiences that you had or just deep ideas you have around the world or bigger concepts. Like I feel like you're going to be able to have that. People aren't going to feel weird or change the topic or feel squirmish or not be able to have long conversations when you need it, and not feel awkward about it. That's something that you're going to be able to have regularly if you so choose. And I'm also getting Lily, spiritual love. Oh, that's so cute. So I do feel like you're going to be able to, this is an immense amount of spiritual love. This is like your soul family. It's just tons of spiritual love. If you think you were creative before and intuitive now, wait until this friend group fully comes in. You're going to expand each other's creative and intuitive abilities even further, much more than you guys would have ever imagined. It's going to be so beautiful. You're going to work alone, you're going to work together, collaboratively, different projects. It's very beautiful. I can't express how much you're going to be able to open up and even be more even connected to source energy and be even able to manifest and bring those creations into physical reality in such numbers, more than you ever thought possible. So, Pile 1, I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, I really appreciate a comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful Pile 2 with Celestite. We're looking at everything in regards to your soul family coming in right now. So let's start with what's coming in and what's leaving in terms of physical things. Contemplation. And the world explorer. Okay, so I feel like you've had a lot of ideas of where you need to go in the world, in your country, around your hometown, and even next door and everywhere. I feel like you have a lot of you're called to a lot of places, and sometimes you go, but sometimes you don't, and it just feels like maybe sometime like you missed a good season in the countryside. It's like, oh, I was gonna go, but then they had this awful rainfall or something. You're like, it would have been perfect if I went when I was called. You might have a lot of places around the world or around your country that you feel guided to go to for some reason. There might be a lot of things of interest and things that you're passionate about, maybe architecture or some sort of how different people farm their land, different techniques, different cultures, different spiritual beliefs or practices where different masters reside, or different family members, or just friends you haven't seen for a long time, colleagues, or maybe you're maybe like certain trees or certain landmarks, certain history, whatever it is. I feel like you feel called to different parts of the world and different parts of the country, and I feel like you go as much as you can, but I feel like for as many ideas that you have, you don't go on as many. I think in your mind, like, you don't go on as many trips as you would like to, or go visit these places as much as you want. Maybe you did in the past and you slow down, or maybe you feel like you've been doing it alone or with the wrong people, and you would like to go with the right people, your soul family or soul partner, and it just slowed you down recently, and you're still getting the calls, so that's what's going to be coming in. You're going to be able to, with your soul family, be able to go to more of these places. Maybe it's not just a destination or people, places, and things there, but it might be also like classes or events or things like that you want to go to. So I do feel like with your soul family coming in, you're going to be able to go to more places that you're being called to go to. Okay, some places close by, some like one-day events, some places far away and for longer periods of time. Okay. So what's leaving physically? Yeah. Okay. So I do feel like D9. I do feel like you feel like you've been just kind of taking the bare minimum. Like you'll take what you can get, kind of thing. Like if you've been wanting to go somewhere warm for a long time and you have a specific place in mind, you're like, oh, I really want to go to this island or this country or this area, and then you have a friend who's finally like ready to go on a trip with you. You're like, yes, finally I have a friend who wants to go somewhere warm, and where they want to go is not exactly where you want to go, and it's like, well, you know what, I'll take it. So a friend wants to come with me to something close to where I want to go. So you kind of just kept taking what you can get. Even if you wanted to go to this really like fancy or fantastic or unique place for a trip, vacation, hiking, dinner, whatever. But then you have your friends just wanted to go to whatever's close by, or they're not really interested in that. You know, you try to indulge them with things that they like, but, you know, they don't really indulge you with things that you want to do or that you like. And you just kind of kept taking whatever you can get. That's kind of what I'm getting here. Or if you go on a trip with your family or your partner, and it's just like you end up just doing things that they want to do and it's not like what you want to do. Things like that. I feel like you kept taking things that you, like, whatever you can get. So yeah, I do get that you're going to be able to travel more freely and go to the places you actually want to go to and feel called to go to, instead of just having to settle for something that was like not even what you wanted at all, you know? All right, so let's see emotionally what's going to be your new emotional norm with your soul family coming in, or and then what old cycles are ending for good. And then at the end, we'll look at what wish is being granted for you. So what are some new emotional norms for you? The Tower card in reverse. Okay, wow. So for me, the Tower card in reverse means a very positive, miraculous surprise of an event that is like divinely orchestrated that you couldn't have planned for yourself. So I feel like you're going to be having a lot of surprises, beautiful, pleasant surprises that you wouldn't expect. It feels like all the things that you would want to do, but someone else is bringing them up. And you're like, I didn't even think of that, but I would love to go to that place. They have this kind of food, this kind of architecture. You know, there's a teacher who lives there that like teaches this kind of stuff. I would love to know that. Like, that's a perfect place. Like, I'm so happy that you brought that idea to me, that I didn't have to like beg my friends to go to a place similar to this. Like, you brought this idea to me. How crazy, how beautiful. Things like that are going to happen all the time with your soul family. Finding. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're going to find a lot of places that resonate with you, and new things that resonate with you that you wouldn't have ever imagined or dreamed of on your own. So it's really going to be pleasant for you to be around your soul family that show you things about yourself and the world that makes you feel more happy and whole and complete. It just kind of like fills you up more, and you get more out of the experiences, travel experiences, or going to new locations or places you feel called. You get more out of those experiences because you're with someone who knows what you're looking for, you know, who knows kind of what you want out of the experience, or kind of the experience you would desire. Following the synchronicities, playing it by ear, or going to that orchestra, or like whatever it is that you want to do, like they just pick up on it and they can tell you, because it's very similar to what they would want for themselves, or things that would resonate with them too. So you're finding that your soul family is helping you find more of things that you like and enjoy, and helping you find things that you already enjoy and like, but also helping you find new things that you would enjoy and like, and exploring new places and things And even old places and things. Like you might even go back to places you've already visited with your soul family, but they show you a whole different side that you wouldn't have seen with your past friends, family, coworkers, colleagues, whoever you traveled with, you know, your ex, or yeah, an old friend. Like it's just a completely new experience traveling to new places and places you feel called to, or you know, it's like you get your energy back. You're feeling like, yeah, like excited again. Yeah. All right. So what old emotional cycles are you ending? That you're not gonna see it ever again. Hiding true feelings, pretending and diluting, gaslighting, and personifying. Okay. So you might have had a lot of people kind of not tell you the whole truth. You know, like they're like, yeah, we'll come with you. We'll do this with you. And then you get there and you have the experience of like, you can just see everyone sad and they don't want to do it. It's like, why did you say you were going to come? Like, you know, like if you didn't want to do this, if you thought you were going to be low frequency, like you had just told me and we could have done something else. Like, you know, I'd rather you tell me the truth than we go out and then no one has a good time. Like that's just going to make me feel worse. Like you're energy sensitive. So you pick up on it when people aren't enjoying themselves. And so, or like didn't actually want to do that event or trip or something like that. So, I was like, oh, but like, you know, if we didn't come with you, then you would have ended up being sad, or, you know, like you did this for me, so I wanted to do something for you. It's like, well, that's not a good reason. Like, I want, you know, like I did it for you because, like, when I was there, like I wanted you to have fun, and it was fun watching you have fun, and you know, trying something new, even though it's not my thing. Like I had the intention of having the best time ever. You come to my thing and just, you know, acting like you don't want to be there or don't really engage in the activities, whatever it is. I feel like people around you weren't telling you the complete truth. And they were kind of, they maybe gaslit you about picking that specific place or that location. It's like, well, you wanted to come here. I was like, what are you talking about? We both were excited to try this restaurant, you know? And just because they got your order wrong or they were closed or whatever, like it's not me. Like we couldn't find another place. Like, you know, like someone who's just like low frequency around you is gonna not get you the magical experience that you were meant to have doing something outside of the norm, you know, not following your routines. That's when magic happens. That's when source energy can lead you to beautiful experiences. So yeah, I feel like a lot of people kind of pooped on your parade a lot. Were the party poopers wherever you went. I feel like you had a lot of joy and a lot of, I'm getting this like party energy too. I feel like you have a lot of excitement. You're like little things excite you. You know, you don't let things get you down. But if you're on the wrong people, low frequency people, it can ruin any event. And if it's raining, it's cold outside, you're in the dark, and it's like you're looking for food, you're looking for a place to stay, but you're with the right people, you can make any experience great, right? So I think that's what's been holding you back. I feel like you were kind of nervous about going out again, whether it's just for a social event or like on a trip and stuff with people, just because of the experiences you've had has dragged you down so much recently. All right, the Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transform, regrow. Yeah, changed mine. I feel like the experiences that you've had with other people in regards to trying new things has really, really burnt you down so much that you had to be reborn. So this new social like life that's being birthed for you right now, it's going to be very, very positive. It's going to be very enlightening. It's going to be very resonant. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be really fun. I feel like you were the life of the party, and you were just around people who kept bringing it down. So I feel like it kind of burnt you out. And to get this revival of your social life again, especially in your adventurous, your adventures with people, like that's gonna spark your lust for life up like you could not believe. This is a renewal, a huge life renewal, just based on your social life being renewed, because I feel like you're very adventurous, you like trying new things, or more than most at least. Like I feel like you understand like not everything is gonna be something you like or that's gonna go right, but you're willing to always put yourself out there. But I feel like people have burnt you out so much recently. So this is like a phoenix. Your whole social life is gonna be reborn. Your whole adventurous life is gonna be reborn. So prepare to have a much more adventure filled in your life, even if it's just like trying new foods or trying new places around you, checking out new museums or whatever, or if it's even more like seeing mountain ranges that people have barely seen, like whatever your sense of adventure is, that's going to be renewed, and your social life is going to be renewed with it. You're going to see that your battery pack is going to be fully charged up. You're getting a full new battery pack, so like Spirit's like literally changing out your old one and putting in a new one, because that's the old cycle. This is a brand new Phoenix reborn cycle of adventure and fun social life with people who enliven you. All right, let's see your wish granted. What is your wish granted? Eight of Wands, so the Eight of Pentacles. Interesting. Carved by time came out in reverse, and the Air Dragon helps you rise above earthly matters. Communicate honestly, brings inspiration and hope, and sees life from a higher perspective. Yeah, again, I'm getting this kind of energy of like, you might be visiting a lot of places that you've already been to before, but with like brand new eyes and with people who also can see from a higher perspective. And I'm also getting they're going to bring you to places that are just more high frequency and just more good vibes and things that resonate with you. I feel like you're on track for a brand new adventure in life, and you have the right people, and you're going to be brought to the right places, and you're going to really enjoy this next cycle of your life, because you're going to see the things that you wanted to see out in the world. You're a very adventurous spirit. And instead of staying at home looking out the window, wishing and hoping you would be able to go to these places, you're going to. And you're not the one who's going to bring up these ideas to the group all the time. They're going to bring it to you. I do get a sense, it's different people, even maybe a partner, if you are already in a partnership. But yeah, I do feel like it's a group of different people that come in and out. Like maybe you have like soul family. Sometimes you'll go with one, sometimes you'll go with two, three, sometimes a bigger group, sometimes just your partner and you. But I do feel like it's like a I'm getting like a group where not everyone goes on the trip all the time, but there's always people to go. There's always people bringing in ideas and stuff. Yeah, let's pull one more card just to see it's manifesting for you. Frying pan. I did get like kind of like a hiking or being in like high altitude, high elevation places. So I do see some like, I don't know if you rock climb or if you're interested, or if you hike, or if you're just interested in getting to those places, maybe not by foot. But yeah, some like magnificent views and like hard to reach places by humanity. Some like high elevation places. I did see that. And fair woman. That's a confusing thing. Caterpillar. Things will not always be this way. A change is coming. Okay. I do get that it starts with someone of the same sex or the sex that you're not attracted to, or like someone that is platonic with. So I do feel like it starts with someone that is platonic. So like a friend. And the Seven of Cups. And then I feel like you meet more people along the way. Eight of Wands, yeah. I feel like it starts with like one friend and then you just it pulls you out of this kind of hermit mode or cocoon that you were in, or kind of like jail cell, whatever kind of situation you were in terms of your adventurous side, like whatever was holding you back. Like I feel like this one platonic friend gets you to start opening up more, and then just more and more people kind of join your group. I do feel like you'll have some experiences that people only like kind of dream of. Yeah, you definitely get to see parts of the world that not a lot of people will be able to see, that you had to kayak under a cave to get to, or you had to cook your own food in the high altitude lands or something like that. That's like some adventurous part. I've got the Dark Man here. And the Victory, and then some of Denver. So yeah, I do get it's like a mix of people. It's like multicultural almost a little bit. And I get for some of you it's like people all around the world. So it's kind of fun. I feel like you meet up with people from your group that you form, your soul family that you form is from all around the world or all around the country, and it's like whoever can like come in for that event or for that trip can come through, but you guys are always kind of in contact. But I do feel like for this particular group, pile 2, it seems like there's a lot of ideas cooking here with the frying pan. Like I do feel like there's a lot of ideas. A lot of people who want a lot of different things. Some people who are more homey, just want to try new adventurous foods. Other people who are more adventurous and seeing exotic places. And then everywhere in between. People who live more closer to you. People who live more further away in the country, in the world. Yeah, I feel like for this pile, it's a little bit more like... not sporadic. Yeah, it's like more sporadic. Yeah. But everything's like high vibe wherever you go, or whatever kind of experience, whether it's just dinner on the outskirts of town or dinner on some mountain in some other country. Like it's just always high frequency, good vibe feelings. All right, pile 2. So hopefully that gives you a glimpse of what's coming in for you right now. If you resonate, I really appreciate it, like a comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 3 with the orange calcite. We're looking at everything around your soul family coming in right now. So let's start with what's coming in and what's leaving physically with this soul family coming in for you. Lightning, action. Okay. So what's coming in for you is a lot of action on things. So I feel like for this pile, you might have been kind of wanting to take action in a lot of areas of your life. Maybe your career, your job, moving situation, doing some project around the home, with relationships, friendships, taking on a new class, maybe changing careers, maybe taking on a hobby. This, that, and the other thing, right? Like I feel like there's a lot of things that you want to start doing, but I feel like you might have been kind of guided by your guides, your spirit team, to kind of hold off on certain decisions for now, or just kind of take small actions on them right now. But I feel like you're nipping at the, I forget how that saying goes, but you're kind of like really anxious to kind of just get going on a lot of things. So Spirit is saying like, yeah, when the soul family comes in, you're gonna understand why you're kind of guided to kind of not make too many decisions at the time, because they're gonna influence a lot of decisions that you do make. Okay, so what's coming in? Opposition, tension, and opposites. Yeah. I feel like you're going to find that a lot of things that you were thinking of doing is going to be like completely different. So that's why Spirit's kind of like, oh, you can take action if you want, but like as soon as your soul family comes in, or more of your soul family comes in, you're probably gonna do something else completely different, you know? So maybe you want to do some home renovations, but when your soul family comes in, you might be like, oh, I kind of want to move to this area and choose something completely different than what you're thinking of doing now. So Spirit's just kind of like, yeah, you don't try not to make too many big moves at this time, because I feel like your opinions, I mean, do what you want, whatever you're guided to do, but like it feels like you're going to want to do other things with the influence of your soul family, and they're going to be positive influences. That's why Spirit's like, yeah, you can do whatever you want, but like you're probably going to change everything and do something completely different or opposite of what you were thinking, and you might not think that you're going to do that now, but like wait wait and see, you know. All right, and so what's leaving with your soul family coming in now? Aw, small private victories. Aw, so I feel like you've accomplished a lot in your life recently, and maybe for a little while now. But like you might have felt like that you could only really celebrate yourself. Maybe people didn't recognize how much you accomplished, or not recognize it, and like recognize it fully, or they're unable to recognize it fully just because maybe they're not as aware, or yeah, they don't understand the experiences that you've been through or the challenges that you faced fully, or aren't unable to because they didn't have anything similar in their life. So I feel like you've celebrated a lot of victories by yourself. And so Spirit's saying that is leaving. Aw, health. Okay. So I do feel like specifically in the health arena, so you might have done a lot of research on natural remedies. Maybe you had like some sort of health issue and you had to go through like surgeries, or you know, it was a huge uphill battle to kind of overcome this issue, or you know, maybe you've done a lot to improve your health over the years. Maybe you've learned a lot about different foods and diets and exercise and workouts, and you know, you might have done a lot of work in terms of health, and your soul family is going to notice. They're going to know. So they're probably going to definitely be able to talk to you about some of the things that you've gone through, and like talk to you in detail, because I feel like a lot of your soul family have gone through similar things on their health journey in many different area. So I feel like you might have done a lot of research on a lot of different things. Maybe it's emotional health, mental health, and physical health. So I feel like you pile 3 have done a lot of research, and had a lot of experiences, and then, you know, went out and learned a lot about a lot of these different things, you know. On orange calcite, I'm seeing kind of like the sacral chakra, so a lot to do with maybe even fertility, or having children, or children's health, or you're thinking about your health and for your future children, for your for others. Yeah, I'm getting, you know, so much you can teach others. So whether it's in exercise workouts, it's in health, herbal remedies or natural remedies, or ancient remedies or cultural remedies, different techniques, natural techniques. Maybe you've also gone into the medical field, the medicine field, in the current structures. You might be a therapist, a counselor, of some sort, or you have those natural abilities, that talents and gifts to be able to help people with their emotional, mental, or spiritual, or even physical issues. You're a healer of some sort. And the people you're going to be connecting to, your soul family, pile 3, they're going to know what you're talking about. I feel like a lot of people can't understand where you're coming from. They don't take the time to understand their bodies, their cycles, and the different kind of information out there about all these different things. You have, or you will. I feel like you have. If you pick this pile, you definitely have. I feel like the folks, your soul family that you're going to be connecting to, they're going to understand your experiences. They're going to understand what you're talking about. They're going to be able to have some input. You're going to be able to have some input on their experiences and their knowledge base. It's a collaborative measure here. And it's like, I feel like you're going to feel so validated because, people can see like, oh yeah, you lost some weight, or oh, like you beat cancer, or you had that surgery, oh, that must have been tough, or you had that issue, or like that must have been tough. Like they say it's tough, or they're saying like good job for getting through it, but they don't actually understand it. They don't know anything about it. It's so crazy to me, like when I talk to like 3D people versus like 5D people, how like spiritual people versus non-awake people, how much the unawakened collective don't know about their own bodies, and you don't have to take biology or human anatomy and physiology in school to just pay attention to what works for your body and what doesn't. It's just crazy to me to see how many people don't actually pay attention to their own health. But yeah, like a lot of spiritual people, they're healers, and they help. They help others because they learned how to help themselves, because all that information was flushed down the toilet some days, like some years ago, So, yeah, there's a lot of us who pay attention to those kinds of things. A lot of spiritual people pay attention to those things. It might not be your niche, it might not be your area of expertise, but everyone in this field that I know pays attention to those things, right? And you're no exception. In fact, you're kind of like leading that in our current awakening wave. So yeah, I feel like it's going to feel so validating to, like, because you have so much information here. Path 3, like whatever like a lot of it. It's just going to feel so nice for you. Like you might bump into people here or there, but they can only talk to like a portion of what like you're a spiritual person. You connect ideas, you connect this workout to that food, and this culture to that culture's way of doing this thing. Like you connect ideas. But when you talk to people about these things, like normies, they can only talk to a portion of what you're talking about. You're going to talk to someone you're going to be talking to your soul fam who can connect on all these ideas along with you. Yeah, so, and see things differently like you do. So let's see, what new emotional norms can you expect with your soul family? And what emotional cycles that are ended that you don't have to ever deal with again? And then last question is going to be, what is a wish granted happening when the soul family comes in? Okay, so new emotional norm, the Hierophant in reverse, and grieving. Okay, so I'm getting that there was such heaviness around people not understanding how you wanted to live life. I'm getting there's a lot around the traditional life path. Go to school, get a job, get married, a house and kids and dog and whatever, by a certain time. And then, maybe you have people in your family or your friend circle who struggle with not following that typical timeline that's been kind of put out for everyone. Maybe you yourself have also suffered a lot dealing with people who can only see life in one way, and give you grief about it, and maybe they'll try to be there for you. Like, we're not, we didn't give you any shade for not having children so soon, or having children too late, or not getting married, or getting divorced, or not being living in this place, or not being able to afford that, or concentrating too much on your work. Like, people just pointing out different things in your life and being like, okay, like, should everyone's life be the same? Are we all one person? And just kind of like, even though if they're not try to give you shade for that, they're kind of giving you shade for that. Not just you, but their judgment on other people who are not living life like them. So I do feel that has been a huge thing for you, even if you try to like live above that and not let it bother you. I think it has, whether it's been you personally or just people around you that you care about being kind of judged or attacked for the way that they live their life when it's not harming others. My back is like getting kind of like pain, which is kind of like my sign that like it's been a heavy burden, and like imagine having that weight lifted off of you. Like, you're going to be around people who completely don't judge you, love you unconditionally, and want to encourage your path and how you want to live life and how you want life to unfold. It's a huge difference to get that kind of freedom in your life to live however you want to live it, and not feel like, oh, but is someone going to say something negative about that? Like, oh, are they going to judge me? Or like, oh, are they going to tell me what to do? That is a huge weight a lot of people carry, especially those that are energy sensitive. So I feel like that weight is going to be completely taken off of you, or for the most part taken off of you, and it's gonna change your perspective on life. Because when you are around people who want you to live the way that you're meant to live, and encourage you and help you and support you in that, it's gonna drastically change your life for the positive, right? And so that's what's happening for you here, pile 3, with your soul fam. And what old emotional cycles are ending for you that you're not going to be ever seeing come back? Twin flames and the sword and the rose, clarity, truth, revelation, sword. All right, so in both of these, I was like, what's coming in and what's leaving, what's going to be a new emotional norm versus what's some shitty emotional cycles that you're not going to have to deal with again. So this is kind of like the same question. So I do feel like you're going to get a partner that is like your ultimate soulmate, your twin flame, your divine counterpart. Because with the Hierophant here and grieving, I feel like for a long time people have given you so much grief, and you might have had a lot of grief about not finding the one. You're going to find the one. So I do feel like for you, pile 3, your twin flame or divine counterpart soulmate comes in with your soul family that's coming in. And I'm finding for this group, if you think you know your twin flame, or you think you're with them right now, or you think you're with your ultimate soulmate, if you're currently partnered up, you might be surprised when this soul family comes in and there is your ultimate soulmate. If you're not, I feel for the majority of you, if you're not paired up with someone, most of you aren't paired up with someone, you're going to find that the one comes in with your soul family. I'm getting some of your soul family is their family. Their family or their friends, yeah. But I feel like they're connected to them. Not your complete soul family, but some of your soul family is actually a part of their family. Whatever that is for them. If it's a group of friends, or if it's actually their bio fam, whatever it is, I do feel like some of your soul group, your soul family group, is connected to your person, the one for you. Yeah, because I am getting this kind of feeling like their like parental figures really like you. So whether that's the actual mother, father, or people who feel like their family do really like you. I'm getting like seamless fit in. I do feel like you'll spend most of your holidays with them. But it's not the end all. Like, I feel like there are like a few soul family members that are connected to your person, but that's not it. Like, you do have some other soul family members that come in and like kind of join the group. Okay. Yeah, because I do feel like there's a lot of grieving of not finding the one, feeling like, am I ever going to? I have to be okay if I don't. But I've always felt that I was connected on that level with someone, and that it does come in with your soul family. And that's probably why you feel like taking a lot of action too. It's gonna be easy to see, like, you're probably gonna want to move closer to your person. Or have plans. Yeah, you're gonna definitely want to move closer to your person immediately. Um, yeah, because the people you've been around haven't been really good for you. And when you see a good thing, you know it, and you at this point in your life, you're very intuitive. You're like not gonna be second guessing, or should I take this slow? Is this not healthy? Like, should I wait a while to get to know them, or like, what if this isn't what it seems to be on the outside? Like, no, your intuition is like sharp enough to be like, okay, this is a good thing. This is a risk I'm willing to take. Like, I know myself and I know the right move here, so you're at that point. All right, so let's see. Your wish granted. Was your wish granted at this time? Four of Wands, the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, moving. Air and Fire Dragon. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles, my home card, the smoothest route. And Air and Fire Dragon expands your creative energies, harness your creativity, excitement, enthusiasm, communicate your passion. So I feel like there's something that you've always wanted to go for. And with this partner and this kind of soul family support, they're going to encourage you to follow your heart. So this might be a career path or a hobby that you've always wanted to pursue. And at the same time, you're meeting the one, right? Like, or you're meeting like really, really like people who are like really closely connected to you. And so a lot of passions are going to come out, especially with your romantic partner. Like, you're going to feel you're more passionate in your relationship as well. So, I feel like things go pretty smoothly for you, and you intuitively understand immediately, like, what your next steps are, and you kind of, because it comes it's like so easy to be like, okay, this is where I'm going to move, this is what I'm going to do, this is the career I'm going to choose, and this is the steps I need to take in that career. Like, everything kind of comes through like really quickly. You just kind of figure out the smoothest way forward. And yeah, I feel like within 6 months of meeting your soul fam, like 6 to 8 months, like, you kind of can navigate a brand new path forward in your life, a completely brand new path. Yeah, I'm getting like, it's like, if you have a solution and you know it's going to be good for your health and good for your life, like, why would you wait 2 years? At this point, you have so much experience under your belt, so much knowledge and wisdom, like, you know when to take action. Okay, pull one more card. Bowl, plenty of material things. Yeah, I get this kind of feeling that you want to like make a lot of things for your home. Yeah, you're wanting to make things around the home, do projects around the home, especially with your person. And harp, great happiness. Yeah, you might even take up like challenging new hobbies, along with like maybe a new with the new hobbies you do. Maybe it's going to be your career, maybe it's just something you do on your side, but I feel like you're going to pick up quite a few things you're passionate about, even things like an instrument that's like pretty hard to take up, it takes a long time to get it. Like, you have that freedom, you have the openness, you have the love and support, you have the heaviness lifted off of you. You have like the willpower, the feeling of wanting to take action, and you do. I feel like immediately your life just opens up, and I think like in 2-3 years from now, when your family sees you again, or your old friends or your old colleagues, they're going to be so surprised how quickly you became successful in your new hobbies and your new relationships and your new path. So pile 3, I hope that resonated for you, gave you a glimpse into what's happening with your soul family coming in. If you resonated, liked it, I really appreciate it, like or comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 4. With the Garnet, we're looking at everything related about your soul family coming in right now. So we're going to start with what's coming in and what's going out in terms of physical things first. All right, 2 of Raindrops, 2 of Cups, partnership. Oh, okay, so you're bringing in a partnership stronger with your soul family coming in. I feel like for most of you, you probably don't have a partner right now, and your partner is coming in with your soul family. If you are partnered up right now, or you have someone in mind, that connection is probably going to get stronger. For some of you, you might be surprised if this whole group comes in and you're like, oh, well, that seems to be my ultimate soulmate. But for most of you, I feel like your partner is coming in with your soul family with no sort of drama or anything. All right, so what's coming in? North node of the moon, new life goal. Yeah, so I feel like this is definitely twin flame energy. We have the partnership with the North Node, which is like soul mission. So I feel like this is someone you're going to partner up with. Yeah, so I mean, even if you are partnered up already, you might be bringing in like a partner for your soul mission. So yeah, it doesn't have to be a romantic partner, but I feel like for most of you it is, and it's one and the same. Your romantic partner and your like soul mission partner is the same. So I do feel like this is a very twin flamey kind of divine counterpart kind of energy so far. Let's see what's leaving physically. Knight of Cups, yeah. I do feel like, I think some of you might have like a romantic interest somewhere around you. I don't know if you're partnered up right now, or you have someone that you're dating, or someone that likes you, or if you like someone, or if there's multiple people that you're dating or kind of seeing, or you're just putting yourself out there, or people who are interested in you, like, or even if you don't know, there's someone definitely interested in you at this time. Yeah, that's gonna be leaving. Love spell, you've been bewitched. Yeah. The thing is, it might be a difficult situation. I know I said no drama, but I feel like that's with like the person coming in. I do feel like there might be someone coming back from the past, which is going to kind of confuse you maybe, or give you at least a pause. At the very least, at the bare minimum, it's going to cause you to pause for a second and like think about it, because this person is going to come in with an offer. This person from your past is going to come in with an offer, and it's going to make you hesitate and think about things, at least for a moment. For some of you, it's going to be more than a moment, because this person might be an actual potential person for you, a potential life partner for you. So it might be a little bit more than just a moment. For some, yeah, it's going to be a situation where it's like, okay, like this is someone that you spent time with, that you actually like and care about, and maybe want to give it a chance at one point, or maybe still do, but it's kind of very, very clear and obvious to you that this person coming in is your ultimate soulmate. For some of you, you're going to think that this past person coming back was maybe your ultimate soulmate, and then this person comes through and you're like, oh my goodness, what do I do? But for most people, I'm getting that this is a situation where you're going to clearly know that it's probably an ex that like you maybe still have some feelings for, or they might still care for you, and it's like it's not a bad choice, but it's not the choice or something like that. And for some of you, it's just someone coming through to kind of mess with the energies one last time before your ultimate soulmate comes in. And I feel like it does happen around the same time. So I do feel like there's like a decision kind of being made on your end. But I do feel for some of you, you kind of get caught. Maybe this new person coming in is just like a potential something. And this person is offering you something real and substantial, which you've been waiting for. And so you're like, do I let go of the for sure thing for something that's maybe something, possibly not anything yet, you know? So you're going to have to use your intuition on this one. But yeah, Pile 4, you got your work cut out for you. Spirit just wanted to give you that heads up. All right, so what's coming in, what's going out? Something in love. A love decision for sure. At least, there's at least 2 people involved, if not more. But yeah. Whoa, okay, so I'm not expecting that. What about emotionally? With your soul family coming in, what's your new emotional norm going to look like? And what's something that was an old emotional cycle that you won't have to deal with anymore? Okay, so what's something new coming in? The Wheel of Fortune. Oh, good luck, good fortune, things just moving smoothly forward, and well-being. So I do feel like just in general, your whole life will feel like it's just moving more smoothly and flowing. I feel like there's like a lot of little hiccups, a lot of things being caught in your life, and it just felt like things never just kind of moved smoothly. If like, you know, maybe for like a second, and then like a ton of things went wrong, or, you know, there's always like a snag or something holding you back, or something breaking or falling apart, or not going exactly right, or falling off in your life. It just never just allowed you to go let your life go smoothly. And so you're gonna find with your soul family coming in that life is just going easier and smoother. Things just work out. You're gonna be surprised. You're gonna be like, is this fake? Like, I feel like you're gonna feel like life is fake. It's like, is this real life? Is this like how life should be? You're gonna feel like you're living in the Matrix or some sort of simulation even more, just because of how smoothly life is going. It's like, shouldn't life have mistakes and things going wrong, so you had to fix them and heal things? Like, it's kind of weird to you. It feels even more phony and more like fake and like a video game to you more when things go smoothly, because you're just so used to the opposite happening. And I'm going to tell you, that doesn't happen for most people. You are on a divine path, and that's why things are becoming more heavenly and going way too smoothly for you. So much so that you kind of question it and you kind of find it freaky sometimes. But you'll find that, like, no, there's still lessons and things to do. But it's just not like before. Not like before, where it felt like, you know, I'm going to use that metaphor of like, you know, a sweater getting caught and like a thread being pulled, and, you know, things just not going smoothly, you know, there being hiccups in your life, and maybe you'll run smoothly for like a little bit, and then just all these things just start unwinding all of a sudden. It's like, what happened? Why can't it just ever go smooth? And now you are in this like new cycle with soul fam, and everything just kind of moves so smoothly in your life, and you're like, I can't pinpoint just one thing, because it's in general your whole life. It just feels like, you know, you don't have to deal with putting out so many fires all the time. You don't have to worry about all these like little issues all the time. I'm getting, it's like you can just focus on the things that you want to get done. Okay, let's see some things that you won't have to deal with ever again. Engagement ring. Okay, so I do feel like there is a proposal here. Higher commitment, eternity, partnership, union, and completion. I do feel like you are finding the one, and not just the one, but the ultimate one, the ultimate soulmate, the divine counterpart, the twin flame, the divine union. So, yeah. And I feel like your life going smoothly isn't just like, what's it called? Not just like the result of you finding love, but your soul family. I feel like for you, Pal 4, your soul family is your partner. Yeah. Let's see. Stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, shocking attack. Yeah. So I do feel like with this love spell, being bewitched, and stabbed in the back, like, be careful. Because I feel like the person coming back to offer you this aren't going to take it really well if you don't choose them. Or you might find out something that they did that's not so pleasant. They might want to come clean about it and be like, hey, I want a second chance with you. And because of that, I want to be honest about what happened in the past, or, you know, what happened recently or something. And it's going to crush you to find out the truth about this. But I feel like it doesn't matter to you because you're like, I'm moving on. But yeah, like, be careful with this one, because I feel like it's like your last kind of interaction with like a 3D love before entering a 5D love. Let me see if I can get more clarity on that. Two of Swords, yeah. And Two of Cups. Yeah, it's a very clear choice. It might not be a clear choice at the time. When you're making this decision, it might not be so clear. I don't think they're going to take it well, the person that you don't choose. So I'd be careful. Hand in need of help, assistance, and guidance. And sorrow over a loss, yeah. So I do feel like actually what might crush you is something that person did that you didn't ask them to do, but they went out of their way to sacrifice something for you or something. This might be soul crushing because they tell you, it might be backstabbing because they know what they're doing when they say like, hey, I didn't take this job for you, or I didn't go to this wedding, or I said no to this person who I was in love with for you, or like, you know, something like that. So it might not be something like backstabbing. It might be just like something that they did for you that you find out, and it kind of makes you sad because like, oh man, like I don't like crushing this person's heart. But I know who my, soulmate is. And I feel like your person will help you get through. Like, they're not gonna like be mean about it. Like, if you need some time to get over this loss, or, if you want to, it's not gonna be fun for me to talk about in our new connection, this person that like you used to love, like, be hard, and that did these things for you, and that you're heartbroken over it. Like, it's not gonna be fun for them. But it might be also something that like make your connection with the new person stronger. Maybe they're gonna be able to be there for you while you deal with the loss of this past partner. I'm also getting, there might be a situation where you're helping this new potential love, your soulmate, get over the loss of someone they were just in a relationship with. So it could be vice versa. There's a lot of people picking this pile, so it could be different things. But yeah, there's this pile. There's definitely like love partnership is the main theme here. It's the main idea. And your soul, the first person coming through from your soul family is your divine partner, your divine counterpart. Okay, so let's see what's your wish granted. What's manifesting for you with soul family coming through? The Empress, abundant source. Okay, so expect a lot of abundance coming through. Royal blue and gold dragon. Strengthens you to stand in your power with wisdom. Awaken to your own majesty. Wear your cloak of power with pride. So this majesty and standing in your power. Yeah, I feel like, the first person from your soul family that comes in, or the first person from soul family that comes in next is your divine counterpart. And they come in solo. And it's because there's this love dynamic that they're helping you with, or that you're helping them with, or that you're helping each other with. So yeah, I do feel like for this pile, it's your divine counterpart that's part of your soul family that comes in first, and then other members of your soul family. But this is the next person and the first person that comes in next for you and part of your soul family. And they get you feeling so strong. You both empower each other so much that you're going to see a lot of abundance come through at this time. So you're going to see that pretty quickly. You're going to see that you're helping each other emotionally. And while you're doing that, you're bringing in a lot of abundance, physical abundance. So it's tied in. Both of you are becoming master manifestors together. And while you're helping each other heal, which is a great way to manifest because it's selfless, because you're helping that person because you love them so much and you're genuinely doing it to help that person and for no other reason or selfish reasons, that brings in strong manifestation abilities, especially how much feeling you had for each other and how deep it is because you're soulmates. And you're going to see that mirrored outward in your physical reality with the amount of abundance that brings in all different crazy ways that you're not going to even understand. You're going to be winning. You can be winning like jackpots or raffles. Like even if you didn't even enter the name in, it's like someone entered it for you, or getting lucky with a new car or the price of this thing, or you're going to just see so much money, windfalls of money, just checks being sent to you. A lot of small projects that you start off like doing really well and becoming really successful very quickly, or producing a lot of income. A lot of different revenues or streams of revenue I'm getting in different ways, lucky windfall ways, and just kind of things that you've worked on before, producing money now, years later, or things that you both think about doing or being inspired by the other. Those kind of projects doing really well right off the bat, just being promoted at your current job. Just like being lucky with, the car dealerships person and they are able to get you an awesome deal on that new car, blah blah blah. Like all these things are just going to start coming through, and it's because you're being there for each other emotionally very strongly and powerfully at this time, with your emotions deepening more than it ever has, and both of you genuinely wanting the best for each other. So you're going to see that sort of stuff happen. So pile 4, your soul family is starting with your divine counterpart. You might have some soul family in your life already, and then the next member of your soul family that's coming through is your divine counterpart, or ultimate soulmate, or a soulmate that's on a higher frequency or more resonant to you. But I do see more soul family coming in afterwards, but it's like for some reason for this pile, it's like you two first. All right, pile 4. So if this resonates, or if you like this reading, I really appreciate a like or comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 5. With the Sunstone, we're looking at everything regards to your soul family coming in. So we're first going to look at what's coming in and what's leaving in terms of physical things in your life. That's coming in and leaving with your soul family coming in. Ace of Lightning, inspiration. All right, so I feel like you're going to be struck with inspiration. Or you're going to be giving a really good idea to your soul family that they can help you act on. Let's see what it is. Support, inspiration. Oh my gosh, inspiration twice. Support, inspiration. Okay, I'm getting both. All right, so I feel like your soul family and you will inspire each other for something very big, a big project, a big idea, life-changing idea. It could be life-changing for the world or just life-changing for each other. Let's see if we can get an extra clarifier. Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. Yeah. I'm getting kind of both. Let's see. Seek out information that will help you. Okay. All right, so I do feel like there's I'm getting it's both. Okay, there's an idea coming through, like an initial idea. No, okay, it's both coming in at the same time. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's see. There's two ideas coming in simultaneously that you have a big chunk of the idea, but your soul family also has another big chunk of the idea. And these are two ideas. One is to be implemented immediately to help you and your soul family somehow. And the second idea is something that you and your soul family are going to be working on. That's like a bigger project that helps, more people. So I feel like the first project is something that you all kind of set up immediately in order to get like some funds or resources or some sort of like organization group or something like that going, so you can kind of fund your project or seek out more information and resources that you need. This could be something like starting a small business immediately in order to kind of network, get some money flowing, give you guys something to work on, give you guys jobs while you have this other project you can work on in the background, while you kind of prepare and work on behind the scenes something that's bigger. So I do see something like that. I'm getting this like smaller business, could be something like a coffee shop or sandwich shop, or like it could be a charity or something that people work. It's somewhere where people like kind of come together. It's like a third space. Yeah, it could be like a bar, a brewery, a restaurant, a small startup that deals with data processing, or something easy, something that requires people to kind of work in very, like, without putting in too much thought. Maybe some classes. Maybe someone can, maybe it's a spot where you host a lot of different types of businesses. Maybe you have, something going on some days, and like a yoga class or teaching how to grow this and that, like different things. It's like something that you can work on in the meantime, so all of you can work on this bigger project. So it's like killing two birds with one stone. I'm getting, it's like this idea, it's like two ideas in one. It's like something right now and something for the future, but working on it simultaneously. Interesting. Okay, so what's leaving? What's leaving with your beautiful soul family coming in? It's the reunion card. With intimacy. Ooh, okay. I feel like you're being reunited with a soulmate, And this is coming unexpectedly. You might be put in a situation where you end up working with this person. They might be part of this soul family group. And so it's hard not to avoid each other and fall in love with each other, or fall in love with each other again, especially when you're working in such close quarters. That's how things like this happen, right? Or you're just seeing your soulmate again, and it's like, you know, you're all coming together, and it's just a beautiful love story. Or you're meeting a soulmate in this group, or around the same time that this group forms, and it's kind of like you have two projects that you're working on, right? Like a small business type idea and a big community helping or world saving project. But then you have this romance going on at the same time. So you have a lot of things going on at the same time, pile 5. Which makes sense. It feels like it's all positive. It's just a lot at once, I feel like, but you're handling it pretty well, pretty smoothly and easily. Because there's a lot of support here with the bridge and the vine. Like, I feel like there's strengthening the bond, strengthening the bridge. It's strengthening, like, I'm getting like you're strengthening your energy of connection, you know, with people. And so it's happening with your soul family. It's happening with the people that you're wanting to help. And it's also happening in your romantic life. So it's not just, it's like this energy. It's bigger than just a connection with one specific person. This energy that you're strengthening within yourself is actually the energy of good connections with others. And so because you're strengthening that energy in yourself as a whole, in general, from a higher level, it's coming through in multiple different ways. Through your soul family, through your service to others, and through your romance. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, I kind of want to ask Spirit, like, how or why, but they told me, like, you don't have to do anything. This is just going to happen. So, 10 of Cups. Aw. Emotional fulfillment, happiness. And it came out in reverse. I'm getting that energy of, like, you're already asking for this. This is something you already predicted. This is something you already asked for from the universe, that you've taken action in, that you work towards. So Spirit is saying, like, you don't have to do anything. You've already asked for this. And this is the kind of work, like, you're asking for this kind of work, which is the highest level kind of work you can do, highest frequency kind of work you can do. Connecting with others in a positive, divine way. Like, you're asking to do that kind of work in this lifetime. Like, how beautiful. And so the universe is like, of course we're going to bring that in for you. In all the best ways. So it's not really what you work on, like what your small business that you work on, or whatever job you have in your that you do for money and networking, or for the time being. It's not like what you're doing to help others, your community, the world, and how many people. It's not it's like, it's the fact that you want to work on those connections. You want to build those connections. You want to work with people, collaborate, manifest, create, do spiritual work, emotional work with these folks. That's the point. And that's such a pure thing to ask for. Spirit is saying that, like, of course you were going to manifest it. I'm getting the 10 of Cups came out in reverse. So, like, there's a lot that you did in terms of emotional healing and emotional work and spiritual work, inner work. That is the reason that you're manifesting the highest quality people of work, highest quality of people that resonate with your authentic energy, and the highest quality of work that's coming through with these folks for you to work on. There's a lot of stuff you did to manifest that that level. But yeah, like there's a reason you manifested this much emotional fulfillment for yourself. The Spirit's like, you're deserving of this kind of work, this kind of high quality connections to work on, high quality divine work and purpose to work on. Like, you asked for it. It's like, I'm getting like, the universe is like, oh, you're making me so proud, like a proud parent. Like, yeah, like you did it. You went through the hardships spiritually and emotionally, and you asked for these kinds of connections and this kind of work in your lifetime because you wanted to do it. You found the light. You found the best possible thing you can do in this lifetime. And getting like spirit, like wiping off a tear, you know, shedding a tear, wiping it off. Like, oh, I'm so proud. So proud of pile 5. All right, so let's see the new emotional norms with your soul family, and what kind of old emotional cycles that are finally leaving your life that you don't have to deal with ever again. So new emotional norms. 2 of Cups. Oh, that's a romantic partnership. So I feel like there might have been a lot of struggle in your romantic love life, and Spirit is saying like you don't have to deal with that anymore. Whether you're ready to settle down for commitment, or you're just wanting to date people who resonate and who are good people to date, and you're just wanting to go on that adventure, that cycle of dating the right people and finding out what you want for yourself. So depending on where you are, like whether you're ready for commitment or you want to kind of just date the right people, Spirit saying like we're bringing that in for you. Spirit guide, yeah. And not only that, but like the people that you're going to be either dating, the people that you're going to be dating right now, whether it's like you're on your dating adventure because you're young, or you're, you know, just got out of a divorce or something, you never really got to figure out what you wanted. So whether you're just starting your dating adventure, or you found someone that you are a really good match with and you just started dating and you're not really, you know, you just started dating, right? I feel like for this pile, like you're just gonna start dating. So whatever your situation is right now, you know, I feel like you're gonna be dating soon. For most of you, if you're in a current partnership, if it's someone who's like a really high level soulmate for you, you're gonna see your intimacy kind of skyrocket, while you have your soul mission kind of come through with your more of your soul family, and both of you kind of working together with that. But for a lot of you, you're going to be meeting your soulmate, or going to be meeting a lot of like soulmates, like lower to medium level soulmates, before you meet your ultimate soulmate. But the Spirit is saying like you're going to be, if you're dating a lot of soulmates, you're going to be finding that they're kind of guiding you spiritually and how to better yourself, how to what you want for yourself, what you don't want for yourself, and like more helpful in talking to you, instead of relationships where like you're just fighting, there's weird awkward breakups or violent breakups, or just a lot of back and forth. There's like mature conversation, like spiritually mature folks that you're going to be dating. They're going to actually help you and guide you to finding the one that's right for you, versus like, you know, whatever headache you had before. And if you're more ready for commitment and you kind of already went through those headaches, it definitely feels like your soulmate, your ultimate soulmate that you're getting to know at this time, you're just starting to date, is going to feel like your spirit guide. You know, you're gonna feel like their spirit guide. That's kind of how divine partnership works. It's like you're each other's spirit guide. You know, there's a part of each other's soul that is up there that's been guiding you down here the entire time. You know, so you're gonna feel it, that your partner, even if you're just starting to date, is gonna be there for you in kind of like a spirit, like a way that a spirit guide would. All right, so let's see What emotional cycles are ending for you that you don't have to deal with anymore? Partying. I'm getting partying with the wrong people, or being in the wrong crowd, or being in the wrong like place. Like, you know, like so going to those events that you were told to go to, or that you felt like you had to go to, or the only events that were available to you, and you just went there and you're like, this is not my scene. That's going to be ending for you. Photograph, looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, making new memories. Okay, I'm getting a sense of like there's a lot of things I feel like you wish were different in your life. That things like maybe if you didn't get along with a lot of coworkers wherever you worked, you're like, oh, you know, I wish I got along with coworkers. My friends always had made a lot of friends with people they worked with, and I didn't really get that experience. You're gonna get that experience now. Or if you had places that your friend like your friends always wanted to go to, and you always wanted to go to like different places Friday nights, Saturday nights, and it's like, well, I'm gonna go wherever my friends are going, obviously, but you've always wanted to go to different places or participate in different activities, and you never really got that. You missed out. You felt like you missed out on that. You're gonna get that experience now. Yeah, it feels like whatever kind of experience that you kind of missed out with. I'm getting specifically friends, because I guess there's times with friends, like, you know, a lot of times like soul family can feel like family to you, really close friends. It could feel like a sibling type of relationship. It could feel like a parent, child, coach, mentor, teacher, student, whatever kind of relationship. But like in all the above. But I feel like for this pile specifically, it's kind of like what you feel like you missed out on or felt like you wish you had instead in terms of experiences with friends, like casual friends. That's the kind of experience that you're going to be getting with your soul family now. Maybe you've always wanted to go to the beach, but you always had friends who are skiers, snowboarders, and they hated the beach, hated being out in the sun, laying out, and like, you're like, oh, like, wish I had more friends who did this, or vice versa, you know? Like, they always like to go to the beach. You're like, I kind of like to be more active. Whatever it is, like, whatever experience that you wish you had more of in your terms of your friends. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be getting those experiences with this new friend group coming in, their new soul family. I feel like your soul family is definitely going to feel like more of a friends vibe. Like, definitely feeling like that, you know, high school, college, young adult friends kind of vibe. Even later in life, like, so whatever age you are, it's going to give you that feeling, that nostalgia feeling of like, oh, this is what it felt like when I was hanging out with my friends in high school or college, or with coworkers after work when I was young. Like, that kind of vibe is wherever age you are, you're gonna get that feeling for sure. It's gonna be weird for some of you. It's gonna be weird. It's like, oh, we're all gonna get a cabin together. It's like, oh, I haven't slept with other people in an Airbnb for a long time, or whatever. Like, I haven't stayed up until like all night watching the sun come up, you know, drinking, partying, or just reading a book or whatever, watching this movie or whatever, just, you know, like whatever the feeling is for you, you know, getting that feeling, fire on the beach, whatever, like, it just like that feeling, you know, when you were younger, you're gonna feel that even now. Like, you're gonna feel that youthful, nostalgic vibes of hanging with the right people at that time in your life when everyone was like around the same age, kind of thing, and going through similar experiences. So that's what you have coming up for you, Pile 5. Let's see what wish is being granted for you in terms of soul family. The wheel, the cycle of regeneration. That's the wheel of fortune. Wow. Good luck. And the rose pink dragon prepares your heart to connect with the higher facets of the cosmic heart. Open your heart to warm-hearted love and diamond light. Connect with the love of the universe. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of that energy of like, hanging around the fire, talking to people, having great conversations, a lot of laughs, a lot of serious conversations, a lot of interesting topics, like frequent around the circle type of gatherings, especially for this pile. Yeah. For fun, for serious stuff, to talk through ideas, but there's a lot of like coming together in a circle kind of energy for this pile. So I feel like that's like a kind of, I'm getting a wish granted for you. The cycle, maybe you've had that experience and you've kind of fell out of it and you kind of want that back, or it's been a while, or you've always wanted that experience and it's been hard making friendships when you're older, or hard to get your old friends back together, or no one wants to do that anymore. Everyone's interested in their own lives, or the kids and this and that and whatever. But yeah, I do feel like your soul family coming in, pile 5, it does seem like you're spending a lot of time together, because I feel like you like work together in multiple ways, and so it kind of makes sense that you live around each other and then you hang out a lot. So like, I feel like it's very communal. It's very like community based soul family that you have coming in, and I do feel like it's more like a friend vibe, and all of you are kind of in similar age and similar places in your life. If you all have children, they all like kind of live close to each other. If you don't all have children, you're planning to get into partnerships or have children around the same time. If you're all like retired, so I do feel kind of a sense of like similar age. All right, pile 5. So I hope this gave you some clarity on what's coming in with your soul family. If it resonated and if you like this reading, I really appreciate a like or comment. And with that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light. Hi, beautiful pile 6 with the rose quartz. We're looking at everything about your soul family coming in. So we're going to start with what's coming in and what's leaving physically with your soul family coming in. Okay, so what's coming in? 9 of raindrops, emotional stability. Okay, the 9 of cups, that come on, that's wish granted. That's awesome. Okay, I do get that. Like, there's there's an overwhelming emotional stability coming in a lot of areas of your life. I feel like this is like the missing piece of the missing puzzle that was kind of needed to kind of balance out everything else in your life. I feel like you did such a great job at handling such a capacity to feel very deeply. Maybe you're an empath, or maybe you're very psychic or very intuitive, or very kind, very generous, very pure. But you've done a great job balancing a lot of areas of your life with the amount of emotional depth that you have. And I think a lot of people around you can't understand that, because not only do you have a lot of emotional depth, but you're also very highly spiritual, very in tune, very energy sensitive, very intuitive, whether you know it or not. So it's a added layer to that. How do I say it? Like, it feels like if one thing is off in your life, everything is off. It's like, it's really hard to keep the scales balanced in your life. And I feel like with your soul family coming in, it just feels like everything is more easier to manage. And I'm getting that you might have never even really thought about your life in that way, but I'm getting you might be like, this might be a new perspective for you, or maybe something you've heard before as confirmation, or maybe something a friend has said to you, or some sort of spiritual teacher or spiritual friend, that like, it seems like if one thing is not right in your life, like everything is off or something like that, yeah, maybe you realized that before, maybe you didn't. Resources and values. Okay, the second house. And for you, pile 6, your abundance is strongly tied to your emotional stability. So if you've noticed that you have a lot of rainy days, You use a lot of rainy day funds. That might be why. It feels like you might have noticed, like, when you're feeling good and when things are going well for an extended period of time, for at least a week or longer, you'll see some money coming in. And you'll see that if you're easily influenced negatively, your emotions, you'll lose money really quickly. You'll spend money on things that are bad habits or comfort foods or, entertainment or whatever, even not just spending money, but your energy and time playing video games, watching movies, TV shows, binging, whatever makes you feel better. So your emotional stability is very much tied to your abundance and money. Okay, I just saw a skull in the clouds, which I'm just going to look up real quick right now because I think that's pretty big sign for something. Okay, so interestingly enough, like I kind of knew because I'm like, oh, like I think a lot of people, like even I back in the day, didn't see the skull as like a good sign, right? But actually, I saw one of my old friends gave me like a skull lapis lazuli, and I just saw it yesterday, and I'm like, oh, I forgot that was here. And I just saw that skull in the clouds, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go like Harry Potter and see it as like a omen of death or anything like that. And I'm like, I think there's something here that I'm like spirit wants me to see. And I just looked it up, and it was exactly like what I thought. Okay, so the skull represents like a couple of things, and one is that you will have like a prominent position of power in society, and the second is that you are meant to help people who can't really help themselves or can have the means to achieve their life purpose at this time, or are having are really powerless and are struggling. So I do feel like this is like significant because I feel like, wow, oh my gosh, okay, so much is coming through now. So it might have felt like you were struggling in your life a lot, that you had to deal with a lot of like depression, anxiety, like deep depression and anxiety, like, so much so that people cannot fathom. You might have told some of your friends and family members about it, but they can't understand because they don't they haven't gone through it, right? So they haven't had that experience. Maybe this was in childhood, maybe it was growing up, or just throughout your life, that you've had like a lot of deep depression, anxiety, trauma that you held on for a very long time, and that you got yourself out of successfully. Because if you're on the spiritual path and you're watching this reading on this channel, you've definitely paid your dues. And that was for a reason. And now I feel like your emotional stability coming in with your soul family is going to be so super strong and powerful. You're going to be able to manifest anything you want at any second. And part of it's going to be because you're going to have a lot of money coming through Pile 6. Like incredible amount of money. More money than you could have ever imagined for yourself in this lifetime. And so chicken and the egg, like either you're going to have like a really prominent position in society, you're going to be a leader of some sort, and that's going to allow you to be able to manage resources, your own or some groups or both. Or you're going to have a lot of money come in, which gives you a lot of power, influence, which allows you to be a leader in whatever way you want. You could be a leader behind the scenes. You could be putting together a lot of things without being anonymous or something, or doing what you have to do, stepping forward and stepping up for things that matter to you, projects and issues that matter for you. So you're going to have a lot of influence, pile 6. And it's because of the incredible amount of emotional experiences that you've had. They're very, very strong and deep and profound. And I don't think a lot of people would be able to understand the depth of your emotional journey in this lifetime. You know, we all live our own lives in our own minds, you know, in our own head, in our own bodies. We don't really get to know what people experience day to day in their own life. You can hear about it, and you know, sometimes you can kind of understand, or if you have a similar experience, but no one really knows what other people have gone through in terms of their emotions, especially if it wasn't such an obvious, like, oh, they went through this trauma that we all could physically see. Especially if it's so, like, if it's something that's like drawn out or behind the scenes, or that lasted for a very long time. Like, no one really knows other people's emotional life story fully, you know? But those that can prevail and master that part of themselves will be blessed with a lot of abundance. Not everyone. You will be, pile 6. It's because you've shown that you can be trusted with this kind of power and manifestation ability. That your intention is good and pure and authentic. I'm getting, you know, let me clarify something. Yeah, master manifestor. Okay, so I'm getting that a lot of people have gotten away with manifesting more selfish things because that's who they authentically became in their energies, became low frequency, and when they're manifesting with that kind of power, it was who they truly are at that time. So they did start manifesting not so good things, but you can only manifest at a low frequency for too long before things become very unbalanced. And that's why there's a lot of light workers here now. Okay. So let's see what's going out. What physical things are leaving your life as your soul family comes in. Rest. So it's time to get to work. So I feel like you might have spent a lot of time having ideas or feeling like you had to take a lot of time out to regulate your emotional life. You know, you might have had to take a lot of pauses. You might have had to take a lot of time, you know, maybe after breakups, after job changes or job losses or money losses or friendship losses, or just, you know, trying to figure out what your next steps in life are going to be. You took a lot of time out to figure these things out. A lot of spiritual people do, because if you look at like 3D people, the normies, like they don't ever take time off, right? They got to go to work. They're going to go to work, even if their, you know, soul is crying out and dying inside. They'll get up and go to work until everything in their life crashes and burns, and they wonder why, right? You're way far past that. You know, if you have some like heaviness in your soul, in your spirit, in your body, you need to take some time out to figure that out. Maybe you have to wait till the last minute, but you eventually get there and you do it, right? So you might have taken, especially if you're at this point where you're going to manifest some big moolah, I do feel like you've been taking a lot of time out recently, in the past recent years, to rest when you feel like you need to do a lot of inner work, spiritual work, emotional work, mental healing work, and whatever. Figuring things out, next steps, what to do about this situation in your life, or that situation. You take a lot of time out. Spirit is saying, like, imagine if you didn't have to rest so much. If you didn't have to worry about so much. If you didn't have to figure out too many issues. Okay, what about it? Divorce, experiencing a breakup. Yeah. That's the exact energy I'm getting. Like, I feel like you had too many divorces or that kind of energy in your life. Too many breakups, too many things going wrong at work, too many times where you had to figure out where you're going to, what to do with money, or that broken car, or without any stability or security, not enough good relationships in your life to feel supported, health issues, things going wrong, left and right? So I do feel like you've had some like back to back, it feels like, experiences in your life. And like, granted, that's like everyone's life. Everyone goes through like issues and problems. But like, I feel like for you, like you learned, like, I'm getting like, okay, so I got heard spiritual toolbox. And for me, like, that's my cue from spirit that like, you figured out what works for you because you're more emotionally sensitive, that you might have figured out some tips and tricks to do whenever you're going through a tough time, because it's happened so many times in your life that you're like, okay, I got to figure out what works for me. Going for runs, eating healthy, talking to certain friends, doing some sort of spiritual practices, gratitude journal, or, visualizing, or, implementing the opposite ideas, choices, whatever kind of practices works for you. You have your spiritual toolbox, one of which is probably thinking about, because like a lot of us spiritual folks, we go into our minds, we go into our higher minds, and we do a lot of our work up there, in the higher chakras. And then we bring that information down here, and then we implement it in the 3D, which is how it's meant to work in this physical realm. But I'm getting roller coaster. Like, there's a reason. Like, it was kind of tough always having to go high, those higher chakras, and your more spiritual fields, and then coming back into physical reality. Like, it was kind of, you got a little bit of whiplash every time you had to come back down. Okay, what does Spirit want to say with this? Oh, it's 12. The Hanged Man. The Hanged Man, the 4 of Swords here, getting like, there's too much time contemplating. There's too much time having to go within. So I'm getting like, Spirit's like, what if you didn't have to go within that much? What if you were consistently connected? Yeah, the 3. Wow, the Empress. The Empress. Oh, wow. So the Magician, the Hanged Man, and the Empress. Like 3 major arcanas here. What if it was at your fingertips? What was at your fingertips? Sorry. News is on the way. Yeah, what if... Okay, so with the bird, it's like kind of... What if you were connected to your higher mind all the time? What if you can see the outcome of any emotional issue that arises? What if you knew what was going to manifest? What if you knew you can do something about that issue immediately? You can manifest things. You can throw money at it immediately. Wouldn't your life be different? What if you know that any idea that you had in helping others could be something that you actually could do and not just think about? Oh my God, that hits my heart. Pile 6, I'm getting that energy of like, there's so many times where you visualize how you can help people, but then you looked at your bank account or you looked at your own life and you're like, how can I help them when my life is like this? Or how am I supposed to find this for them? Or where am I going to find the time? Like, I have to go to work, or, where am I going to get the right resources? Or, if I had the means or the funds or the time or the energy, like, I would help them, but I'm too exhausted. My life is emotionally draining me. I don't have the funds. I don't have the energy. I don't have the time. But you wished and dreamed and daydreamed about how you can help other people. And now you're going to be able to. In the moment, like when you have this vision or dream of how you can help that person, you're going to be able to implement it right away. Interesting. This is yeah, very interesting. There's a lot to unpack here, but basically, yeah, you're working for the light, and because at this time in human history, we're trying to equal out the energies again. Not just equalize it, like be more in the light and love energy, which is what we're meant to be in. But we're so unbalanced that it's not even just equal in good and bad. It's like just way too bad and too much darkness. That the universe needs people who are more pure-hearted, who are working for the light, to be the ones that have the most abundance, energy, and manifestation abilities. So that's why that's being balanced out. And they also needed you to be emotionally strong enough to handle big manifestations like that. So that's why you had such difficult emotional experiences. I'm getting long and drawn out for a very long time. And yeah, you've also been you take so much time out. It takes so much time to kind of get yourself back on track, get yourself in a good place when these difficult things happen, but you always do. That was your test. And now you're going to be saving time and doing that because you're going to be constantly connected to source energy. You're going to have incredible manifestation powers. And you're going to be connected to the Akashic, to source energy, your higher self. So you're going to be able to like not let emotional things drag you down too much, because you're going to be, instead of having to go up and down, you're going to be in your 5D energy. So you're going to be consistently connected, but also in the physical realm. So you're going to be able to see things, see solutions, manifest quickly, be able to pay for them, find the right resources, people, places, and things to implement these things to help that person, those people, this group, the situation much more easier. You're going to be also living very abundantly, the Empress, emotionally, because there's going to be such an emotional strength to you. Nothing's going to be able to get you down. So I'm getting, this is not all for nothing. Like everything that you went through, those difficult emotional experiences, they're going to lead you to this Empress card, where you're going to be consistently connected, where it just feels like nothing's going to be able to like knock you down anymore, which probably means you're going to be able to handle more difficult issues in the world. Oh yeah, the skull, remember? I forgot about that. You're kind of being prepared. You've been prepared. You already are for taking on bigger roles and bigger challenges and issues in the world and in your community, which is why you needed to have that emotional strength. But with this beautiful lady just in that meditation pose, so like highly spiritual, it's so divine. With the chakras here and the crystals here, like I feel like there's such a balance. Like there's how do I describe it? Very poised, very stoic. You're going to be able to see things. You're going to be able to manifest things more powerfully than most people. And there's a reason you're being gifted that power. All right, let's really quickly go through the other questions. So this reading isn't too long, but what new emotional norms is this soul family bringing in for you? And what are some old emotional cycles that you don't have to deal with ever again? And then the last question is going to be, what wish is being granted for you? All right, so what is your new emotional norm? 4 Pentacles. And manifestations. Yeah, see? Oh, Yeah, you're going to manifest things like crazy. You're going to be able to. So whatever, however that's going to happen, whether it's like actual spiritual magic or psychic abilities, or you're going to just have so much money that you can make everything happen, or you're just going to be so well connected in your network, whatever it is, you're just going to have so much power, so much influence with your words, or whatever businesses you run with, whatever, however you're getting your power in your manifestation abilities, you're going to have it. You're going to have such strong manifestation abilities. It's your new norm. It's going to become home to you. So you've been extra prepared, Pile 6, to make sure that you use your manifestation abilities for the highest and best good of all involved. In small ways and in big ways. Of course, you're going to be able to enjoy it and for your own home, for your own emotional stability and the things that you want. But I feel like you're going to get so comfortable with your manifestation abilities, and that's the point of it. Like, the point of your soul family coming in right now is to get so comfortable with your manifestation ability that you can manifest more, bigger manifestations for people outward in the world. So the soul family that you're bringing in also have very strong manifestation ability. So it's no secret that, like, if the more people you manifest with, the more quickly it comes through, or the bigger or more powerful and divine the manifestation is. So the soul group that's coming in with you are going to be highly, highly, highly spiritual, very highly spiritual, and you're going to be able to manifest, whether it's just 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, 5 people, 7 people, 11 people, like whatever it is. You're going to be coming together with other groups to manifest bigger manifestations for your community, for families, or for like the country, or for the world. So like bigger manifestations. Yeah, wow. Some of it's going to be behind the scenes. Most of it's all going to be behind the scenes, but some of it's going to be more private than the others. It's kind of like, imagine if people actually prayed for the well-being of their communities together, genuinely, authentically, unselfishly. That alone would change the world in like a matter of days. Imagine if our politicians did that. If the leaders of our families, of our communities, of our countries, our states, provinces did that. They don't. That's why the world's like this. Or not enough do. There are people who do, but like not our leaders right now. All right, so wow. Let's see what old emotional cycles are ending. Because I do see with like your soul family, your physical soul family that's coming in, so is your soul team, like your spirit team. Because I do feel like with this bird here, you're going to have very, very good communication with your higher self, with source energy, with your spirit team. Everyone can uncover their intuitive abilities, their psychic abilities, and stuff like that. But is everyone going to in this lifetime? No. Does everyone have the same level of intuition and psychic abilities and gifts? No. Their soul and spirits might, but not everyone in this lifetime have an equal amount of these spiritual gifts at this time. So you're pretty special and rare, Pile 6, and it's a gift that you're being able to connect to the energies this powerfully while still being in a physical vessel in this lifetime. You probably have known that you've been being prepared for this for a long time. All right, so let's see. What don't you have to deal with ever again? Healthy choices, self-love, self-care, being happier, love in life. Yeah. You will no longer have to deal with low frequency things. The biggest perk of being connected this strongly to your 5D energies permanently, 5D and higher energies permanently, is nothing negative will ever come into your circle. You are super protected. And one of the reasons that you're going to be protected even going into the limelight in today's world is that you're in these very high frequency energy that's super protected. If you're in 5D energies, nothing can pierce your bubble. You are protected. Whatever you're working on is protected, and you'll be able to see that. It's going to be pretty evident right off the bat. But even the food that you eat is going to be healthy, organic, nothing negative. Any technology, any food, any people that come into your circle, they have to be of a certain higher frequency. Otherwise, they can't come in. If they have negative intentions, they can't come in. So you're going to see that pretty clearly. So you're already manifesting good things for yourself. So you don't need to kind of, like, you'll want to manifest things for yourself here and there, especially in the beginning, to practice your manifestation abilities. But after a while, it's like, you won't need to, because you'll just be in that high frequency energy so often that you won't want for anything, and you won't mind helping out others. It's a saint-like energy. Healthy. Are you kidding me? Oh wow. 2 healthy choices from 2 completely different decks that I shuffled all my decks. Oh my gosh. Making healthy choices in love and in life, self-love, self-care, being happier. Yeah, you're just in bliss mode. Like, for the rest of your life, it's just like bliss, because you're in 5D energies. You can't help be blissful. This is like the ultimate gift you can get in life. To be in a 5D energy and live in this physical realm. Oh, what a dream. You're super protected. You have superhuman abilities. You're helping other people, which makes you, that is like the best thing you can do for happiness, is helping other people, right? It's kind of selfish sometimes. Like, like you get a little bit happy when you help other people, but you get to help other people. You're just in these blissful energies, manifesting whatever you want, however you want it. You can make people, you're constantly making people around you happier or helping them with issues. Like, what a life. You're constantly working with the divine to manifest, to co-create. You have like soul family who are just as powerful as you, and you get to connect with them from all over the world. Like, you're doing divine work. This is like a dream life situation. You probably have to go through hell to get here in many lifetimes, but you're here. Wow. I'm gonna pull a card for that. Ooh, the Justice card. It's funny because I think in this deck the Strength card and the Justice cards are flipped, but I'm not sure. But yeah, the Justice card. I got it. You're balancing the scales, and you're taking on bigger battles. That's kind of the point of having all this power, having this ability, being super connected. You're sorry, I keep hitting the camera. You're taking on bigger things, and it's fulfilling. It's what you're meant to do. Who wouldn't want to be the hero? All right, so what is your wish granted, pile 6 here? What is your wish granted? 5 of Clouds, blanketed, just 5 of Cups, and Fire and Water Dragon. Enables your life to flow with loving force. Prepare for change and move forward quickly. Expect the unexpected and have fun. So I do feel like it's going to feel like this, like, this cloud is lifted from your head. So I do feel like you're very, very divinely connected, and I feel like you might have had a lot of glimpses, especially if you meditate and you practice high spiritual practices. So yeah, this pile 6 is definitely for those who are like super advanced and like, ahead of the curve, like the teacher for teachers, in the spiritual community. and you are super connected, and it's like kind of like that fog is going to be lifted, and you're going to realize how connected you actually are with your like full power on blast turned on. And you're going to see that things move very, very quickly for you. Things are going to be manifesting, people, places, and things, your soul family. Like, this is a soul family reading, and I didn't mention them at all much because the same things is happening to them. It's such a powerful experience that it's like enough said. Like, when you come into the physical vicinity of your soul family, it's so powerful. It's beyond words. So it's going to be like, I'm getting like telepathically, just knowing wise, psychically knowing wise, when you come into contact with your soul family, it's like, you're going to see the stars, you know, you're going to see all your lifetimes together. You're going to see what you're meant to do in this lifetime, the things that you're going to be working on, the past, present, future, you know. It's going to be immediate, and you're going to know exactly you're going to start working on things immediately. And to have fun, you're going to get these incredible like manifestation powers. Like, it's going to be like your God on earth, you know. You're going to, why not have a little bit of fun? You're still in the physical realm. Still, you have a little bit of fun, and then, you know, after, it's going to be all in good fun, pure stuff. So like, Spirit wants you to have that fun. You deserve it. Enjoy it. And after a while, you're going to feel like, all right, time to take on the bigger projects. So yeah, your soul mission is big, pile 6. And this 5 of clouds, like this imagery of the fog and this tree, that was always like a very powerful like soul mission sign for me. So I do feel like there's some soul mission that you've always kind of saw in your visions, in your dreams, in your daydreams, maybe as a kid, maybe throughout your life. Like, you're reaching heights that you probably only imagined, or only like, hey, this is something that the kid version of me must have dreamt up. It's like, no, it's real. You knew it back then, and it's here now. So this wish being granted. Ring. A marriage will take place, either romantic or business. I'm getting both. I do feel like you'll find you will come in union with your divine counterpart, as you do your soul family, as you do with the divine, and you will have your soul mission laid out for you. Everything's so clear, and it's like exciting at first, but it's like very, like, you're very stoic through it all, because it just feels like, it just feels so right that I don't know, it's like the emotions are real, but sorry, that was weird, my camera just shut off. But yeah, what was I saying? You're gonna relate to life differently, because yeah, you're like being anointed by like a divine power with a divine gift. So it's like very different how you're going to relate to people and your life here and what you do. So yeah, pile 6. I hope you enjoyed the reading. If it resonated, I really appreciate like a comment. This one was definitely like that extra spiritual one that's like for like the spiritual masters among us, you know. But yeah, if you got guided to this reading for some reason, it could be for a reason, and you know, who knows why. You might have a hint. Maybe it's you, maybe it's just to get a glimpse of what's happening right now with those high level light workers, because we're going to be seeing them. We're going to be seeing them in the spotlight, in the public sphere. So I'm excited for that future. And apparently this is happening now, because, you know, soul family Like light workers are connecting with other light workers at this time. We're connecting with each other, and our soul families are coming through for a reason right now. You know, all light workers are kind of spread out throughout the world, and we meet some soul fam here and there, soul friends, spiritual people, but there's a reason, like the light worker grid, like there's like a light worker network that's been created with our energies, and how that grid is bringing us together, and how our soul families are coming through at this time. Like it's now, things are happening now. So yeah, if you have any comments on this spiritual side of things, I'd love to know. With that, I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day, and I wish you much love and light.